What is going on, you guys? Admiral Tori here, and welcome back for another World of Warship video on my channel. Now today we're going to be taking a look at pretty much a special ship to the Imperial Japanese Navy, and that is the Tier 5 Japanese battleship, fast battleship, battlecruiser, depending on how you view the ship. It is the Kongo. So the Kongo, or Kongo, which is commonly referred in English, but Kongo is actually the proper pronunciation to the Japanese mountain known as Kongo, Mount Kongo in Japan. And this ship is quite special, and it's a very easy ship to unlock. It's a Tier 5 battleship. You can get it right away once you finish getting the Miyogi and the Kawachi, depending on how you pronounce that one. But the Kongo holds a special place in my heart when it comes to ship. It is one of these ships that it deserves recognition. And there are people out there who don't know about the Kongo. They know more of the Iowa, the Yamato, the Tirpitz. Mainly because the Kongo wasn't a big ship, you know. It didn't have the best caliber. It didn't have the best of the best, all these technology, or the biggest caliber of 16-inch guns to shoot across the map. But the Kongo, if you actually looked up the history behind the Kongo did a lot of work during World War II. It is by far the one that I know in the Japanese Navy that pretty much did the most action for a battleship. I mean, I hear stories about the Fuso. The Fuso, I read about it. It didn't really do much during World War II. The Yamato did not do anything until the end of the war, where it was a suicide mission with the Musashi. And all the other Japanese battleships were eventually sunk due to the aircraft superiority of the American Navy, especially the Essex class, the Enterprise, and the Kongo and her sister ships. These ships were pretty much one of the best ships in the Imperial Japanese Navy. And that doesn't just saying the best. There's actually a bigger, deeper understanding of these ships. So the history behind the Kongo, this is pretty much what makes it very special. In the 1800s and 1900s or 1700s, there was a period of imperialism, and the idea was that to conquer the world that was not civilized, say for instance India, Japan, China, the Westerners viewed these people as uncolonized nations, especially Africa. There was a period what was called the Scramble for Africa, which happened, they held a meeting somewhere in Europe, and I'm not sure where it was, but pretty much all these great Western nations, that includes France, Germany, Britain, all these Portuguese, Spaniards, they joined this group and they cut up Africa. They literally cut it up and colonized the entire Africa. And it was a dark period of history. And the thing that you can learn from imperialism is that the key to imperialism before aviation was to have the best naval power. And Britain, I mean, this is something that British people can brag about, but Britain had the best naval during pretty much after World War II. They didn't have the best naval. I think the power shifted to the United States of America due to their advances in naval and what they learned during the Pacific Warfare. But before World War II, Britain, I think they invented radar. They invented naval technology. They started a dreadnought race. They were the best naval ships out there. The majority of the ships, they're the one who came up with the aircraft carrier. And, you know, a lot of people can argue what's the first carrier. The first carrier was the Hosho. But the British already had the blueprints. They just didn't build it first. But they still had the idea first. And the idea is usually what should be credited for. So, the British were considerably the most powerful nations in the world before World War II, simply because their naval technology was very advanced. And a lot of Western nations, France and Germany, they do have some naval, but Britain is where it really lays down the work of engineering. And the Imperial Japanese Navy were looking upon the British, the Americans, the French, and the Germans in terms of their naval technology and what their design. And what the Japanese did before the London and the Washington Treaty, which limited the shipbuilding, the Japanese look up to the British. They follow the British footsteps, and they learn from it. And the Kongo, which stands for indestructible in Japanese, a symbol of indestructible. The Kongo was the last I gotta stand correct on this one, but from what I researched, it was the last capital battleship that was bought for Japan. Japan bought this ship and was the last. So this ship was British born, but raised in Japan, and it was engineered by a good man named George Thurston, and he's from the Vickers shipyard, I believe, the Vickers. But this ship, as it stands, it is a very beautiful ship. It's probably one of the most beautiful ships I played, and honestly, the dimension, the size of it doesn't have to be the biggest, the smallest. It's just perfect all around. It's an eye catcher. So the Kongo, this ship is what made Battleship possible in the Imperial Japanese Navy. Although I think it should be classified as a battlecruiser, it will later on become the main design to the Japanese Navy. Let's take a look at the Fuso, which is a ship that was not built in Britain, it was built in Japan. This ship is exactly like the Kongo, with a little modification and a little curvature design they had at the torpedo belt. But you can see the DNA, the design. Let's take a look at future ships. The Nagato. Nagato was supposed to be like the Kongo, but a battleship, an actual battleship. Armor on the top, more armor on the side, and heavier caliber cannons. Check it out, 16-inch. It looks like the Kongo. Let's take a look at other battleships. The Amagi wasn't a ship that was fully built. It was halfway through the construction, and I believe the earthquake happened. And the earthquake was called the Kongo earthquake. It was a very big earthquake, and it pretty much snapped the hull on the Amagi. And later on, the Amagi's sister ship was able to survive, but it was converted into the Akagi, which is a famous Japanese aircraft carrier, not battleship, an aircraft carrier that was sunk during Midway. It's probably one of my most favorite looking carriers. It is not the best carrier, but it is one of the good carriers, if you understand what I'm trying to say. But the Amagi is actually a battle cruiser, and it was supposed to pretty much mix and match the Fuso and the Kongo, because the Fuso lacked speed, but the Kongo lacked in terms of armament, of a lot of armament. So the Amagi, which is a very good ship, I'm planning on unlocking it in the future. Unfortunately, you know, it's 9.6 million coins. Whew, that's a lot of grinding, and there's a lot of ships I want to buy. So Amagi, it wasn't a ship that was fully built, but it was halfway built. Izumo is a paper ship. It was not really a full ship, a real ship, but I wanted the design. It doesn't look like the Kongo, but it still holds some resemblance to it. And then there comes the Yamato. The Yamato does resemble the Kongo, and it's really hard to visualize it, but just think of the lines, the design, the pagoda masts, which is a key feature in the Kongo. Now, when the Kongo was designed, it didn't have the pagoda mast. The Japanese pretty much invented the pagoda mast. It was their style, and there were some flaws with the pagoda mast, except on the Yamato due to its sheer size. A lot of these ships, the Kongo gave these Japanese ships a building ground. They gave them a foundation. For a lot of cruisers, especially Japanese cruisers resemble the Kongo, and battle cruisers, they stand between being a battleship and a cruiser. So the Kongo was the ship. It's like the Jesus of ships, you know, for the Japanese Navy. I can't describe it, and thank you Britain for engineering this ship. Although the British engineered it, it was still Japanese raised and seen as a Japanese ship. So that is very key, because a lot of people don't really care about the Imperial Japanese ships, because there's a common myth or common saying that the Japanese have a very inferior navy. And I'm planning on doing a video in the future to explain the history of the Japanese military, what pretty much rise to World War II and how far they have gotten. But the myth is that Japanese ships weren't built good, and when the World War I started, the British were laughing. There were some British ships in Southeast Asia. They were laughing that these Japanese ships or Japanese plane were made out of bamboo, and they're gonna be easy to defeat the Japanese, which happened in 1850s when Commodore Perry opened up Japan. And Commodore Perry had these big black ships with cannons on them that the Japanese only have these bamboo, wooden bows, spears. They got nothing to contest. So this idea of superiority, Western superiority, has always trumped the Japanese and looked down on the East, the Chinese were completely obliterated during the Opium War because they didn't have the technology. But if you look down, if you pretty much downplay the Japanese Navy, you pretty much just call indirectly British engineers bad, because the Japanese really took it from the British engineer. But it slowly deviates from British engineering because, like I said, the Kongo was the last capital ship that was bought from a foreign country. It was the last. And the Japanese applied studies engineering from these Westerners. They learned from the Westerners. They didn't create these up for themselves. They copy and paste. And that's where it tends to be countries where they're behind. They gotta learn from the higher ups before they can even start building their own ship. And that's where the Yamato comes in. The Yamato was their own piece of art, their own piece of work. It was all the knowledge, all the experiments, all the paperwork, all the engineering design years of spent to build this ship. This was, I would say, the Yamato is the true Japanese ship. But the ships before the Yamato were really British engineered. They were really Western, but they're still seen as a Japanese design, Japanese native, because they modify it a lot. They try to improve on what George Thurston had laid down for the Japanese Navy. So, the Kongo, or Kongo. I'm gonna say Kongo because I think people refer it as Kongo more often. The Kongo is truly a ship that is the founding father of the Imperial Japanese Navy. A lot of Japanese crews that's taking out the Kongo. This was during the Dreadnought race. So let's take a look on the history of it. So it was built in 1913, a pre-World War I ship. So it is a very old ship. And if you look the battles up, what the Kongo has did with its sister ship, it has been through a lot of battle. Okay, it was sunk. I don't know. It was Leyte Gulf, which is the final offensive against the Japanese Navy. So it has done a lot of business, and you can argue that I've seen documentaries where I think there was a destroyer that was contesting the Kongo, and they knew for a fact the Kongo was a powerful ship. It wasn't just any ordinary ship. It wasn't just an ordinary battlecruiser. It wasn't just like the Fuso. It is a ship that has determination to sink someone else. The crew run her. She is one of these ships that you gotta understand. There's a connection, and not many people can catch on, but I do have a big connection with the Kongo. It is one of my favorite ships, and it definitely lands a spot on the top 10 ships in history for me in World War II. I mean, arguably there are other ships out there, but Kongo, for the Japanese Navy, it lands right next to the Yamato. Okay, Yamato being for a Japanese engineer and what they have worked for, but the Kongo was the Japanese ship that did a lot for the Imperial Japanese Navy during World War II for a battleship class. Now there are other Japanese battleships that I don't know about, like the Issei or I don't know. There's a lot of other Japanese ships I haven't looked up, but I know the Kongo is one of the famous one. So the description about the Kongo. When it was commissioned, Kongo was the most advanced battlecruiser in the world. She was the first among battlecruiser and battleship to be equipped with 356mm main battery guns. Unlike previous Japanese dreadnoughts, Kongo received a thinner armor belt, while her deck armor and torpedo protection were reinforced. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Kongo. So the way where the Kongo stands in World of Warship, I personally think the Kongo might be my most favorite tier 5 ships. I mean, there are like the Königsberg, which is a very fun ship, and that's also one of my favorite ships. But I prefer the Kongo over the New York, and one of the biggest reasons why is that it is a battlecruiser. And the ability of being a battlecruiser was essential because the Germans and British really liked the battlecruiser. They were experimenting with it. But the battlecruiser, the battlecruiser is fast, it has big armament, but lacks armor against the New York, the American counterpart. The New York is a heavy, slow ship, heavily armored, a lot of armaments. But I feel like the Kongo is much more, it has better accurate cannons, it has much longer range cannons, it's much faster. I don't think it has better AA, but it has pretty decent AA, and it's a beautiful ship. It's a very beautiful ship. Just look at the sun. I don't know, I can't describe it. It has really solid secondaries. I really love the secondaries on these ships. Overall, I personally prefer the Kongo over the New York simply because I think the Kongo is more of a versatile ship. It can do a lot of situations. Meanwhile, while the New York, the speed of the New York is what kills it, and it's heavily armored. So the New York is more of a defensive ship. When I play American Battleship, I always talk about being defensive. The Kongo can play aggressive, defensive, get in position, has AA, good secondaries, long range armaments. It is all around a very powerful ship. Aside from that, let's get in the game and see what the Kongo can do. Okay, sailors, welcome aboard the Kongo. So we are playing on Solomon Islands, one of my most favorite maps in World of Warship, simply because it's small, action-packed, and fun to play. It's low AP. We're supposed to low AP. So we are going against a great deal of destroyers in this match. There's a good ratio of them. A third of the fleet is destroyers. I'm looking forward to face the New York, well, 2 New Yorks, and the cruisers. So I'm not sure where we're going here. So we're gonna go at half speed. I don't know how this is gonna be played, to be honest, because I dislike these flag capping things in matches simply because the team either goes one side heavy and the other side will split up, or anything can go wrong. Just like I can go on a list on how many times I have games that go disastrous because of this match type. But at the same time, I kind of like this. At certain times, these types of game are very fun, where there's only 2 flags to cap. Sometimes it's really fun, probably because it's when it comes to defending. So let's see if we can get in position. Now I'll let you guys know, Kongo is one of the fastest battleships, and we are already spotted. Maybe by the plane, or a ship is right over there. This Russian destroyer will give us some assistance if I can pronounce it. I don't even know. Izyaslav. It sounds really terrible. I know. I'm still terrible with European names. I can't do it. I'm so sorry. Europeans, it's really tough for me. And it's quite interesting about the European language. Their European language is quite similar to a certain extent, but they're not really exactly. What the? I shot down a plane? Really? I don't know what's this. Okay, alright. Alright, nice. Give me some points. I don't think you get that much points for shooting down planes. Depends. Oh, shoot. Minikaze spotted. It's gonna slow down, quarter speed. Give sufficient lead. Oh, shoot. Torpedo bombers here. Oh, nice hits. Good hits. Now, apparently, this torpedo bombers wants to kill me. Let's just slow down. I hate you, carrier. Why you do this? Of all the ships you picked me. Oh, I'm gonna have to take 2. Ow. What a blast. Königsberg spotted. New York. Oh, he's turning. It looks like our entire team is going the other way, so I might have to... In a position like this, the Kongo is really good at running away, and I'm gonna try to set myself up for running away, but not completely ditch, you know? I always go for the quality shot when it comes to playing Kongo. Kongo is more of a quality shots, and every shot is worth if you land them. Like 3,000 right there, 1 hit, 3,000, that's a lot. That's what's really nice about the Kongo. Because it's really good at running away, simply because of its 30 knots. Top speed 30 knots, that's crazy. I kinda wish it had the rudder shift upgrade, which is only at tier 6. Once you get to tier 6, you get that. Furutaka. Let's see if we can decommission this Furutaka. The dispersion is pretty bad, but the shots do pack a punch. that Carlos, I really feel bad. Carlos is a difficult cruiser to play. I'm not gonna say he's a bad cruiser. It's just difficult, okay? Because in the future, I bet they're gonna patch it and it becomes really good. And I'm gonna eat my words for it. It's just a difficult cruiser. Is that Königsberg slowing down? Are you kidding me? Wyoming going in. That Carl's just stopped. I'm not sure why. I know there's a mini Kaze right behind me, so. Don't charge. Yeah, just hold the line. That's. In this situation, you want to hold the line. You don't want to charge. This Furutaka is pretty close. I didn't fire at it simply because it was showing a bow only. Oh, that was okay damage. Langley. Oh, those are not Furutaka's torpedoes, or mini Kazes.
Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes to port.
Oh, that was 11,000. Nice. Let's get these shots down before Furutaka decides to realize his mistakes. Langley is a very slow carrier in terms of mobility, so he's gonna die if he doesn't turn around. Oh, shoot! Stop, 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 stop. Are you kidding me? Look at those secondaries go off. I'm gonna slow down here. Oh, he's going for the carrier. He's going for the carrier. He's going for. Okay, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Forward, forward, forward. Turret traverse pretty slow, but it will do. He is going for the carrier. Okay. This is gonna get a little hairy here. Oh, he's so screwed. Oh, that's a good one. Good one. Good one, carrier. Good. Nice, nice. Let's get out here. Hit the damage repair. Minakaze is gonna try to chase after me. And just when I switch to AP. Okay. We're gonna do some tangoing here. Reinforcements coming back. Königsberg is really on my tail. I'm gonna kill the Königsberg and not worry about the Minakaze. Hopefully Minakaze can die to my secondaries. Because these secondaries are pretty deadly. Oh wow, his AAs are going off. Oh shoot. Okay, okay, okay. Just stay straight. Oh nice! I know.
Astern.
Those are going for me, right? Yeah. Come on. Okay. Slow and steady. I'm gonna have to take one right in the rear. Ow. That did a great deal of damage. Okay, nice. Good old Kongo versus New York. Now, it's quite interesting when it one-on-one against the Kongo and New York up close, because the New York has better armor, so ideally the New York would beat the Kongo. But Kongo has really nice what do you call them? Really nice secondaries, and the hold up, this how much is it? Has more health. Has 10k more health, pretty much. So it's quite interesting when the Kongo faces off in New York. Actually, let's demonstrate that. Because Kongo is really fun ship to play aggressive. Only if things goes your way. So there's no destroyers chasing after you or anything. I find it really funny when destroyers chase after me while I'm in the Kongo because they think I'm a slow ship. Actually, it's the other way around.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
Now, you guys notice that I'm not going full broadside because I find it interesting if I try to go for the quality shots. Here comes some New York shots. And those are HE. That's the repair.
The ship is on fire.
That is not upgraded New York. New Yorks that are upgraded usually are blue. Nice. Rain down lead. Rain down lead.
Battleships sunk.
Looks like the rest of the enemy team is on the other side. And that should not be a problem because it's really easy to get from point A to point B with the Kongo. Got 21 hits. Not that, you know, action-packed. But it was quite an interesting matchup. Just took heavy damage. Interesting. I didn't even put out the, what do you call, the fire. Incoming shots from New York. New York wants to go against me again. I'll meet him on the other side. Let's put out the fire this time. You guys think I could beat the New York?
Ship is on fire.
Now Miyogi is actually one of the Kongo design. But I feel like Miyogi wasn't that great for me. It didn't even do so well. But that was a long time ago since I played the Miyogi, so... Ooh. Looks like New York is gonna head toward this way. And someone's shooting at me, I don't know who. Oh, no. Kuma! Alright! Things are just about to get interesting. Kuma is not wanting to show broadside. Oh, that dispersion. There's no way I can hit that Kuma. Got one hit. Didn't do much. New York is turning back. Incoming torpedo bombers. So since he's turning back, this is my chance to go full speed and try to push. I feel like I'm having the same scenario what I had in my Königsberg video where Kuma's just taking free shots on me. If I go straight, don't move, then I'll be able to reach top speed. A little bit to the left. Hopefully he beaches himself. I'm not gonna shoot because there's really no point in me shooting like this until he decides to do something about the beach. And will he stop? Yes, he did. And this is where the moment opportunity strikes. This is where you shoot. Get one hit. Come on, Citadel, baby! Citadel! No! Yes! Loving it. Take out the fire. Put out the fire. And hopefully he crashes into the island again because you're gonna need more space in order to get out of that situation.
Problem solved, sir.
Will he crash? Will he crash? Will he crash? And he will not crash. But this... Oh, no, those are nice shots. Come on, get in there in time. Left. He's gonna go for the torpedo run. This torpedoes can't go that far, right? You're about to taste the fear of the indestructible Kongo. Oh no, he took my kill! No!
Our team has taken the lead.
Yeah, this shit can take a lot of pain. Be surprised. That's why it's called indestructible.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Don't worry, we do have more points, so we automatically win. And we are capping, so 5 minutes is a long time. Not a big deal. It wasn't the match I was expecting, but we're gonna go another round. Still interesting match. And they took him out. So we replaced second place, so we actually did a solid good job on the team. Let's get in another game and see what the Kongo can do. So we're playing on Two Brothers, Domination. It looks like it's cruiser dominant game. It's another one of those games where you have to capture a flag and pick a side. So I'm actually gonna take it slow here. I don't want to be on the side where you get trampled by the enemy team. And that's quite odd, but the chances of picking a side that the team picks is quite low. But it happens a lot. It's hard to explain. So, like, the probability first is that you gotta pick a side, and if you pick a side early, it's either that you get on the side where your team is gonna be at, or the side that your team is not gonna be at. And then the probability comes into whether the team's gonna pick the side that you're going against, or the side that there's no enemies. So that's like, I wanna say it's about 25% chance of that happening, you picking a side that nobody goes, and the enemy team goes that side. Look at Cleveland. Cleveland is one of the good looking ships. It's a really nice looking ship. I want to unlock Cleveland soon. It seems to me I'm gonna go left here. Oh, let's load AP first. It's gonna take us a while to actually get into action. So I want to get into action as soon as possible. Let's see, the Isokase and Königsberg. We also have a Kongo. Let's see what we're going against. 2 New York, a Kongo, and there's 2 carriers. Identical carry setup as ours. Well, maybe not setup, but identical carriers, I guess. Let's see. Looks like the Bogue went fighter heavy. Oh, look at this range. Living the 21-kilometer life. Let's see if we actually hit this New York. That'd be awesome. Maybe we can get a Citadel. No, no way. It's a little high. 1 hit. Bounced. Enemy destroyer nearby. Seems to me that they split their team. Okay, our Cleveland's going that way. Our New York going this way. I hope this is a good partition. Oh, how did that Cleveland disappear right in front of me? I am showing my broadside, so it's quite dangerous. Need to know where that lands. There's the Cleveland. Hopefully I get enough lead. Kongo's turning on my shots. Yeah. Those didn't get in time. Mermans. Oh my gosh. Merman sets things on fire. Pretty brutal. A very brutal ship. Let me slow down and use this island as a cover and focus one-on-one. Sometimes you don't want to show your entire ship. Oh. Cleveland is a fast ship, so we might get enough lead. Oh my gosh, he turned. Better start turning left here. I'm gonna become the focus. Hopefully, I can get some backup, please. I'm gonna be set on fire anytime soon. Let's do that. Yeah. Look at that focus. Oh, 16,000. Kongo does really punch hard. Really punch hard. I mean, it doesn't have a... The New York has an extra cannon, but these cannons are accurate. To a certain degree, they are accurate, and they punch hard. Let's put out the fire. Your turn, mermans. Full broadside. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. My favorite ship. This really is my most favorite ship. It might be not the most powerful, but it is definitely. I mean, yeah, I think Kongo is powerful for its tier. But when I mean like the most powerful, you know, the higher tiers. But it is truly live up to its name. British engineered. Gotta love the British. Full steam ahead. Yes, we gotta go full steam ahead. No turning back. Oh wow, that destroyer just went through mid. Actually guys, I'm gonna go for the defensive approach here. Looks like this team's not gonna hold against a full-on assault from the side and mid. If this Kongo actually had turret traverse speed like the tier pits, or tier pits, you want to call it the tier pits? I think I should call it the tier pits. I think it's a proper pronunciation for that ship. But the tier pits, it'll be a really good ship. Yeah, Cleveland is really angry at me for citadeling him pretty hard. Our base is in trouble.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay, let's not crash into this island. Nice shot. I don't know who shot that, but Cleveland took out the destroyer. Not sure why New York is far away. I don't think New Yorks are good at long distance engagement. I'm gonna go this way and support the team. Our Kongo went down. Now, oddly enough, the Kongo has, like, if you take damage with the Kongo, the damage texture is correct. If you guys remember our Fuso video, the damage only happens on the turret and the pagoda mast and the smoke stack. But this one, look at that. That's burnt. That's pretty nice. I kind of wish it had like one of those more modern Japanese scout planes on the Kongo. Dive bombers coming in. The AAs really do work. Now this ship is much more powerful up close. I don't know, I can't tell because it has a lot of range. And it does pack more punch up close. I feel like it packed much more punch. Let's slow down. I don't want to face two ships at once. Let's kind of kill it for Utaka before New York appears. Full broadside. Good hits, 4,000. I would have put out the fire earlier, but I thought those torpedo bombers They're nearby. It seems to me there is one. Fighters are chasing them. Good job, carrier. Furutaka just dropped those torpedoes. I know it because Furutakas only have 3 torpedoes. New York has fired his cannons. It's gonna be quite interesting.
Torpedoes, direct front.
That'd be awesome if the Kongo had torpedoes. Because it is a battle cruiser. It can possibly have torpedoes on the rear. I don't know. Oh, incoming torpedo. Oh, shoot. Get that shot down before. One hit. Unbelievable. Nice. Shot down a plane. Come on. We can do it. Kongo. Feel the power of the Kongo. I'm hoping somebody will support me, but it seems to me I'm alone.
Torpedoes to port.
I don't know where those are coming from. Fire. Man, the carriers and everybody's really want me dead. This is our chance to turn around. Ow! Citadel damage. Took some citadels. New York's been taking free pop shots on me. Nice. Our carrier is putting those New York to work. Come on, show me that broadside. I'm going for that shot. Oh, that was bad. Oh, actually I got 1,000 damage. Klima's not setting me off. Ow. That's a lot of damage. Going full steam ahead. Trying to get out of range of those New Yorks. Yeah, this carrier is persisting. Do I see a citadel? Oh, I see the Independence in the distance. There's no chance I'm gonna hit that. 25 kilometers. Come on, damage repair. Coming back soon. Come on. The speed. The speed is the key to the Kongo. Oh, thank the Lord I went behind the island. It took the long route. This should give me enough time to get around. I'm not spotted anymore. So let's rotate the turret. Oh, this New York's still here. This is what I'm talking about. The Kongo is much more versatile. It can do a lot of things. It can go from the flanks where the enemy are fighting and then back to base where I can actually defend. So I'm more open to do what I want. And maybe it's because I believe more into speed, decent armor, and good armaments. I mean, it really comes down to players. Maybe players prefer to have much more heavy armor and stay in one particular position. You know, not actually sector, not position, but sector. I mean, you're not completely immobile. Let's slow down because they're going out of my range. And it really taxes people who play American Battleship, the lower tiers. It really taxes them or hurt them if they pick the long route. But with the Kongo, you can adjust. You know, you can really adjust. But once you get to tier 8 battleships, there's really no point since well, it's kind of weird because tier 8 battleships are much faster on both nations, the Japanese and American. But at the same time, at tier 8 and 9 and 10, the destroyers pretty much pivot the battleships in the corner and the carriers. So that's quite unfortunate. These are very long-range engaging shots. Kongo is truly, you know what? I gotta say that historically, Kongo might be my most favorite ship in World War II. I don't know. There are a lot of other ships, especially carriers. I hear the stories from carriers. They're quite amazing. I mean, yeah, carriers were the biggest thing out of World War II. They determine whether you're gonna win the naval battle or not. In World War I, it was all about battleships. Look at the dispersion, it's pretty bad. I'm not even running the accuracy upgrade. But these shots do pack a punch, really does. Even the New York has 14-inch guns, I just don't feel that they pack as much punch as the Kongo. Looks like we're gonna win. This might wrap up the video. Quite a nice ending. Look at all these New Yorks. These New Yorks have full health, except that one. Where's our New York? Oh, our New York's right there. Nice. Let's check our stats. Came in third place, our Mermans and Cleveland did a lot of work. 2 Citadels, 24 hits, 5 plane shot down. Like, it's not a lot of hits, so I feel like the gameplay might look boring, but it feels really good when you land these hits because Kongo doesn't have a lot of cannons, you know, and you gotta land these hits, so like every hit feels like 2 hits on another ship, you know. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and understand how important the Kongo is, how it really changed the Imperial Japanese Navy. Let's go back to docks. I mean, it's quite a ship. It's really quite a ship. It's a really beautiful ship. I don't know how else to describe it. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time on World of Warships.